simultaneously get my exercise done. Before I get started, I want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel as we get ready to usher into the year 2025. And I'm just so excited as a content creator in relation to the direction I'm going to continue to take my content, continue to take my channel. And, I tell any content creator, the key thing you need to just remember about being a content creator, just publish your content. Everything else will fall in place. Publish your content and stay true to the mission, goals, and objective of your channel, meaning the concept of your channel. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture. And I've been wanting to lecture on this for a while now, is, people who are begging on social media for money, aka literally using social media as a new ATM machine to beg for money for various of things. And I've been noticing this trend that's been going on for a while. I've done a little research behind it. And there are many people out here who literally it's their job to beg for money on social media for everyday bills, money to pay my rent, I'm about to get evicted, money to buy food, money to pay my light bill, money to get my nails done, money to get my hair done, money to go to Starbucks, and it's out of control, people. And, I ran across this person on social media a few days ago who was literally on social media begging for money, asking all her subscribers to send each subscriber to send $100, and she went on to say, if you don't want to send the money, big deal, because somebody's going to send it to me anyway. It's almost like, entitlement. And I'm just listening to this, and there's no shame in the begging, none. And I'm thinking, as I'm observing this as an observer, because I'm a therapist, I'm a retired therapist, and I do a lot of listening, I do a lot of observation, and there's no shame in it. And unfortunately, I've seen people, even in the real world, not just on social media, in the real world, on social media, they'll use their children as a tool for people to just give them money, and I'm just looking at this and thinking, what is this teaching that child? And what kind of values if by using that child to beg people for money? Because if a person see the child, then their thought process is, oh yeah, they're going to give me all the money I'm begging for, because I'm also using my child in this live stream or out there begging for money, got the child standing near them. This has become so popularized, and it's out of control. And the more I dug deep into this, there are folks on these platforms who literally brag about how much money they make from begging, to the point there's no need to get a job. There's no need to get a job. I ran across a person literally talking about they're making so much money begging on social media, people sending them money on their Cash App, to the point where they were able to quit their job. And I'm like, whoa, this is out of control. And again, what does this say about your accountability and responsibility as a full-grown adult to take care of yourself, to take care of your kids? What happened with accountability and responsibility? And it's everywhere. And I've been noticing this for years. It's everywhere. Even in the real world now, you can't go nowhere, anywhere. They're just out there. They're more aggressive with the begging. You can't get out your car. They just come out of nowhere and zoning in, coming in hard, begging. Men, women, people of all ages. You can't even shop in there. I was shopping in the grocery store a couple of weeks ago. I was at Walmart, and I'm noticing and observing that people who have made it their career to beg, and I've had folks cuss me out because I didn't want to give them my money. And I'm just looking at these people, and So what I'm noticing is that I was at Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and what now some of the strategies that these beggars are doing is they'll literally go in Walmart, they'll get a cart, put everything they want in their cart, and then as they see you in line, they'll select someone. They don't already scope you out. They'll select someone and say, hey, I'm homeless. I already got some stuff that I need because I'm homeless in the cart, and it was a lot of items that I saw. So they'll literally come in and go shopping and get everything they need and approach somebody in line with a story. I'm homeless, this, and can you go ahead and just pay for everything in my cart because I'm homeless? And this literally happened to me. And because I've been in the military, I can really pick up real easy when a person is in my space. I literally saw him early on getting closer and closer in my space as I was standing in this line. And so as I'm observing this, I'm already putting my guard up like, okay, so when is he gonna come in with this stupid question? Because I've already peeked your card as you're coming in closer and closer to me as I'm standing in this line. And sure enough, I just kept my eyes on him, because like I said, I'm one of those type of persons, when you come too close to me, I'm gonna immediately notice. And then as he got closer, he went into his spiel on how he's homeless, him and his girlfriend is homeless, and if I could, the stuff that he had already filled up in his cart, if I could just go ahead and pay for everything for him, he would really, really appreciate it. And I'm looking at this man, relatively young man, and I'm looking at him. I'm literally looking at this man. I said, man, let me tell you something. Don't play me. You have taken this thing to a whole nother level. And when I really gave him that look, I observed him further, and he went on to the next victim, because he didn't get anything out of me. And I'm just looking at this man, and it made me think, these beggars have taken this to a level, to the point where they are going to expect for you to pay for their stuff. They're going to expect for you to pull your money out of your wallet or your purse and give it to them. And if you don't, they'll curse you out. And I'm thinking this thing is out of control. And I've literally had people tell me, who are professional beggars who do it for a living, that they have literally told me that they make more money by begging than somebody who would be getting up and going to work full time. And they literally beg for and get enough money where they can pay their bills, they can go out shopping, all because they're out there using this as a tactic to make a living. And it's got to that point by evidence. You see many people all over social media with no shame in their game with begging. Cash out me the money. They'll say, cash out me the money. And folks do it. Folks, what you gotta understand, world, people are cash apping these folks money, literally. And I'm telling you, even if they were, if some of this was legit in terms of they need this money, this is not the way to do it, world. This is not the way to do it, to go on social media and present yourself as a beggar. This is not how you go about doing it. There's many social services programs out there, people. There's many social services program out there for homeless people. There's social services program out there to help people out with financial stuff, food, clothing, the whole 9 yards. Every county has social services if you really need the help, versus going on social media begging and using social media like an ATM machine, or approaching people in the real world and getting mad when they don't give you your money. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it, because, for the people who are doing this and are really able to take care of themselves, they're messing it up for the folks who are really in need. But for the people who are really in need, social media and that type of aggressive begging is not the way to go. There's so many social services out there for people who need help in many areas. Housing, food, clothes, to pay your light bill. It's a lot of social services program out there that you can tap into versus this type of out of control, shameful, aggressive begging by using social media literally as an ATM machine. And I'm here to tell you, and for the people who also pulling their young children into this with the hopes folks are going to part with their money because they're using their child to get people to give them money, what type of impression is that going to leave on that child? What type of impression is that going to leave on this child? There was a gentleman who was saying how in another type that they're using, a lot of these people, especially ones who are using their children to get people to part from their money. There are people who literally go to different convenience stores with their children. And as people enter the convenience store, they'll approach different people with the child standing by them saying, I'm hungry, can you buy food for me and my child? And they have gotten a lot of people to go ahead, since they're already in a convenience store. People have parked their money buying people all this food because they see the child there. And one guy who did it, was a woman in a convenience store with a couple of kids. He saw the kids, he bought them food from out of that convenience store. And as they were leaving, he was observing the woman putting the food in her car. And when she opened her trunk, this man literally saw that trunk filled with food. Literally filled with food. And he literally went back to that woman and told him, why did you manipulate me like that? You didn't really need this food. I see all this food in your trunk. And he came to the conclusion she was literally going to different convenience stores using that same tactic to get people to buy them food because they saw the children. And what kind of message is that giving those young children? It's out of control. So I say that to say, share this information. It's unfortunately, you got people out there who have literally turned social media into their own personal ATM machine versus getting up and going to work every day to be able to take care of themselves or their kids. But what they have discovered is that they're making a real good living off begging. They're making a real good living off begging, so they come to the conclusion, why get a job? Better yet, why keep my job? I can just quit my job and make a real good living from begging. And people are, unfortunately, stupid enough that they're cash apping these people. People work hard for their money. I'm not trying to be funny. Marie Holiday, I'm not cash apping nobody no money who's on social media begging. Because use your mind for a moment. Use your thought process for a moment. If you fall for this and cash app them that $100 or that $200 that they're asking for on social media, just think about it. 100 or 200 other people may have done the same thing. So now they have made so much money in a matter of minutes by using the social media platform as their own ATM machine. And unfortunately, folks are cash apping. So by the end of the day, they don't walk away with a good $7,000 to $8,000 just by begging. This is real talk, people. And this behavior needs to stop. But what you can do to help stop this behavior is don't cash out nobody begging for money on social media. And the most outrageous begging I saw on social media, this woman was literally on social media, she literally was asking, I want my Starbucks coffee this morning because somebody cash out me money so I can go to Starbucks and get my coffee. Really? This is out of control. And I'm here to tell you. So again, share this information. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. This is a real issue. It's going around. It's going on everywhere, all over. And not just on social media. People walking up to you begging at the gas station, in the grocery store. And be careful when folks approach you begging for money. You go into an ATM machine. We got to be careful. We got to be aware of our surroundings, because I'm not giving nobody no money who's walking up on me at an ATM machine, people. We got to be very, very careful, because you got a lot of scammers out there who are literally, taking people money, and we got to be safe. So that's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm going to leave any care of your own conscience. Have a great day.